Welcome to Hope After the Hurricane, a special edition of 100 Huntley Street. We are here at Ground Zero, where the strongest hurricane on record to ever strike Jamaica made landfall. This is Black River, Jamaica. And if you look around, we see signs of destruction everywhere. People here endured winds of 295 kilometers an hour. There was a storm surge of up to 4 meters, which literally flooded the entire town. It's amazing that most of the people here actually survived. People say if it happened at night, the death toll would have been so much higher. And you know, we look around and we see most of the roofs gone. We see windows and doors that were blown out. People here were absolutely terrified. And this town looks like it was frozen in time. We're here many, many months after the hurricane, and it looks like it happened just a few days ago. But here's the thing. If you look very closely, you can see signs of hope, and that's what we've been seeing. People working on power lines over here, somebody repairing their roof over there. We met a beautiful farmer who gave us his first produce since the hurricane. He shared it with us. And so today we are here to tell you about signs of hope here at Ground Zero and across this part of Jamaica, and tell you about an amazing opportunity to partner with us to help the people of Jamaica recover. Take a look at this.
Melissa came on a Tuesday. It started some minutes after 11. So the morning started bright.
All of a sudden, the strong wind came. And I can hear the wind.
It's like you're in front of a big fan, put it on a high speed, and you have to be holding on to a pole.
I see the front door blow open and I'm trying to close it back.
It got real heavy, and that's when things started happening. Our roof started to crack and started to tear.
The house was not only shaking, I started feeling the house start moving.
Jamaica is not okay. We are not okay. We are definitely not okay.
Before Melissa arrived on the coast of Black River.
In the early afternoon hours of October 28, 2025, Hurricane Melissa, a Category 5 hurricane, ripped through the island of Jamaica, leaving a path of terror and destruction in its wake. With life-threatening winds of nearly 300 kilometers per hour, a devastating storm surge, and heavy rainfall, it is now the costliest hurricane in Jamaican history.
Our place totally destroyed.
But amidst this mass destruction, there is hope. Our Crossroads Care team is here on the ground, visiting and spending time in some of the hardest hit areas. I met the most amazing and resilient people, and hearing their stories made it clear how we can make a difference. Lord, I just ask that you come right now. You are all she has. One of those people was Dorothy, an elderly woman who, despite losing everything, still believes God will see her through. You're 70, you have these health problems, your house is gone. You also are all alone in the world, aren't you?
Yeah.
Except for your faith in God.
I can't work again. So if I reach out to somebody and ask for help, you know I am in need, because I don't really do that. I like to help myself.
Through the local churches and in partnership with URDO, a Canadian Christian humanitarian organization, our goal is to rebuild lives and livelihoods through the provision of garden seeds and fishing mesh, along with repairs to damaged roofs, once again providing shelter from the elements.
The local church has a biblical mandate to walk alongside, serve, care for the poor and vulnerable. They know their communities, they know their culture, they're immersed in the challenges, but also the opportunities and resources of the community. Their local insight and leadership, I find, is crucial, whether you're working in crisis response, recovery, or development.
We have a goal to raise $100,000 to help people recover. And the good news is we have a matching grant from our partner Erdo for the first $50,000. It is an incredible lift to every gift. Each one doubles. Standing here in the rubble, you understand just how much work is still needed. Large portions of the island were still without power all these months later. Hydro poles stretched for miles on end with no wires connecting them. The people here need our help.
We still have communities, people that are still living under trees. People give up because they don't have a home.
Why does it matter that the church responds in moments of crisis like this?
That's why we are here. This is the time when the church has to show that the heart of God is a heart of care.
Won't you please come alongside us as we help build back the lives of those left struggling in the wake of Hurricane Melissa? You can go online at crossroads.ca/relief or call us at 1-800-265-3100. Thank you for all you do. One of the things that really impacted me here talking to people, and you've just heard it, is how terrifying that hurricane was. I mean, you can see it from the destruction here, but when you hear people talk about, sheets of metal flying right by their door when they hesitate to walk out, and windows blowing up, and roofs lifting off, and concrete houses shaking, you understand the power of a Category 5 hurricane. I knew this from covering hurricanes in the past, but a lot of people here in Jamaica have been through multiple hurricanes, and so they thought they could survive. Nobody really knows what a Category 5 is like unless you live through it. I can't even imagine winds of 295 kilometers per hour. And when you look around here, you just see destruction everywhere you look. It literally looks like a war zone here. One of the things that has really touched my heart is just connecting with the people and hearing their stories. And Dorothy was one of those people, I think because she was all alone in the world. You heard a little bit of her story. And she has no one, and she doesn't know how she's ever going to rebuild. And when I hear those stories, I think, yeah, that's why we're here. We're here because of people like that. And one of the things that God really put on my heart when we came here is that He heard people's prayers. And we're part of that answer. We're not the whole answer, but we're literally here because people were crying out to God for help, and we want to do whatever we can. And so today we're asking you to join us. We want to put on roofs, and we want to do some repairs. We also want to give people some things for livelihood, things like seeds and fishing tackle. But one of the really neat things about this is that our partner, Erdo, has said that they're going to match every gift that is given up to $50,000. So we're hoping to raise $100,000. $50,000 of that is going to be matched. So if you give right away, you have a chance on getting in on that match. And if you're like me, you want to help and you wish you could give more. Well, this is a way to give more because your gift is going to double. Will you join us right now? That number is 1-800-265-3100. You can also give online at crossroads.ca/relief. And we are so excited about anything that you could do to help. Honestly, we're just grateful for you. And it's one of the ways I encourage myself when I hear stories like Dorothy's, is to say, you know what? There's a lot of compassionate people in Canada who've already helped. We were here right after the hurricane giving aid, and I know they're going to help in this next phase of recovery. Well, sometimes when you lose everything, all you have left is your faith in God. That was Rosalind's story. Take a look.
Oh, it's not easy. I just have to just go on and, I don't know, I just leave everything to God.
God, I just lift up Rosalind to you. God, she's facing so many health problems, and Lord, she just lost her house. Her kids lost their houses, Lord, and it seems like months later after the storm that there is no hope, God, but she puts her hope in you. At 68 years old, Rosalind Batson is forced to start over. A grandmother to 4 young grandchildren, she counts herself lucky to be alive. Already battling serious health challenges, including a weak heart, asthma, and arthritis. Now she must face the reality that her home of more than 30 years is completely destroyed. Rosalind, tell me about the day of the storm. Where were you?
I was in the house, and I was praying to God. I said, God, it's me alone inside this house. Keep me safe. And the rain was coming harder and harder. And then my son come and said to me, come out of the house. is very dangerous.
All right, let's have a seat. Careful. I can proudly say we saved my mom's life throughout the whole situation. If we never move her out ahead of time, God knows what would have happened.
Raslin's son Jeremy rescued his mother from the home just moments before a pear tree crashed through the window, destroying the back half of the house. He moved her to a nearby shelter where she, along with her daughter and 9 others, struggled to survive the hurricane. Raslin lives in the Westmoreland parish of Jamaica, located on the southwest shores of the island. Westmoreland experienced some of the most catastrophic damage as a result of Hurricane Melissa. Thousands upon thousands of homes were destroyed, leaving vulnerable Jamaicans like Raslin either homeless or living in temporary overcrowded shelters and homes.
People who have their own issues in disabilities and sicknesses and so on, that makes them more challenged. This got blown away.
Bishop David Ewan leads a network of churches that is partnering with Crossroads Cares, along with the humanitarian organization Erdo. We are working together to bring comfort, help, and to provide assistance to those most in need. What are you planning to do to help now in this next phase, now that that initial aid season has passed and then we're into recovery? What does that look like for your network of churches?
As it pertains to housing now, I mean, it's the strategic distribution now. Those people who have not been able to do anything, those people who are open still to the elements, that's where we are, and now the church is paying attention to that.
We're going to be asking Canadians to support the network of churches here, Erdo, the network of churches. We're a 3-way partnership because we believe that partnering is stronger than doing it alone. And you as the church know who in your community is the most vulnerable. What would you say to Canadians who are thinking, should they give? What would you say to them?
So many houses are still on the ground. People are staying with family. One lady told me 7 family members moved in on her because they had nowhere to stay. There are those who believe that this journey is going to take at least 2 years or more to really get back to a place. So I want to say every contribution is a blessing to us right now. God has a way. Whatever means he uses, whomever he's going to use, he has a way to bring us back. And people are seeing that and learning to trust God.
You know, we're sitting here, your destroyed house is behind you. Parts of the house and what was in it are all around us. And when you see that surrounding you, do you still have hope?
I have hope in God. I trust God. And I believe that he's going to come true. Thank you, Canada. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.
You can see the incredible vulnerability of Roslyn. She has trouble walking. She has multiple health challenges. And how is she going to rebuild her house and move that furniture around and figure out a solution? You know, months have gone by and she hasn't got very far because she herself is struggling to survive. And you know, it's always the most vulnerable who struggle and suffer when a catastrophic event happens. The very same people that we know are vulnerable in Canada as well. It's hard to help yourself when you're having trouble walking or when you're getting a little bit older. It's hard for a single mom who's trying to care for her kids to think about how she's going to rebuild. And those are the people that we want to make sure to target. Those are the people that we want to help. We want to do things like we want to help put on roofs on people's house. Right now, so many people, you can see the blue tarps. You can see nothing. They're in the rain and they don't know what to do. One of our partners was telling me about he lost his roof and now he understands when people say that they're getting wet, he knows what they mean. And so we want to put on those roofs, help with repairs, and then give them fishing tackle, give them seeds for farmers and fishermen to have a way to make income to continue making the repairs they need. One of the ways that we represent Christ is when we show up with skin on, a human saying, God loves you, he hasn't forgotten you, we want to help you, and we need to show that love. And I was reflecting today on Psalm 56:8. It's such a beautiful psalm. You have kept count of my tossings. You know, you've tossed at night, I've tossed at night. And it says, you put my tears in your bottle. Are they not in your book? And I believe the tears of the people of Jamaica are in his bottle. And I want to be part of that response. I want to show people God has not forgotten you. He loves you. He heard your prayers. And we're a part of that answer, just a small part, but we're a part. So I want to invite you to join us because we want to raise $100,000 for the projects I mentioned, but 50,000 of that, the first 50,000 will be matched 1-to-1. So that means everything you give today will be doubled. There's never been a better time to give. And I don't know if you're like me, but I always want my dollars to go farther. So this is the way to make that happen. Will you pick up the phone right now? 1-800-265-3100. You can give online at crossroads.ca/relief. Anything you do will make a difference here on the ground in Jamaica, and I thank you so much. You know, we've been talking about the resilience of people here, and I want to show you somebody who impressed us so much with his resilience. Here is Rory's story.
The thought was just to get the plants up and go again. Give up? No, that's not in my vocabulary. That's not.
Rory is an organic farmer who lives with his family in the lush agricultural region of St. Elizabeth in the town of Black River. The land here is fertile, rich, and diverse, creating conditions perfect for farming and food production. Sadly, it was also directly in the path of Hurricane Melissa when the storm made landfall. So as a farmer who's trying to make his living off the land, you lost some of your greenhouses to Hurricane Beryl, then you lost all the coverings and bent the rims of your greenhouses with Melissa. How are you feeling right now as someone who's trying to live off the land?
The first thought was just trying to recover. The greenhouses, it was mostly for sweet peppers. But now that the top is off, we plant anything in them.
It's absolutely amazing that we're here right now because this lettuce is the first produce out of the ground right here at Ground Zero since Melissa decimated the city.
We are going to, by God's help, as supply is, we're going to stand further with you also. Yes.
There's something that you want to do to help people get a business up and running again. So tell me about the livelihood response.
One of the main farm areas in St. Elizabeth, I mean, people farm right across where the hurricane entered, but St. Elizabeth is referred to as the breadbasket of the island. A lot of vegetables, seasonings, and so on is planted in those areas.
But I want you to know that our communities, the farmers and the fishermen in our community are devastated.
We have purchased seeds now for distribution back to those farmers who lost everything or lost some of their stuff. Also, people who are in fishing, you know, the sea was in turmoil. Some of the fishing villages are hit in this area. So we'll give like wires, again, through the helps that we get to the fishermen.
I've received sweet corn and beetroot seeds and cucumber seeds. I'm very, very thankful.
God is providing for us. We really appreciate you guys that come and give us stuff like this. It meant a lot. Really appreciate it.
This is for like fish and lobster chops, to make fish and lobster chops. The hurricane take all of our chops, so it's very difficult to start back over. So we're giving thanks for this help so we can get back some mesh to make back some fresh fish chops for the new season.
What does it mean to Jamaicans that people of other countries like Canada want to help?
It means a lot. It means a lot. Even after the storm, the whole world came to our assistance, and it meant a lot to me, and I think to everybody.
Thank you, Canada.
Thank you, Canada, for helping us.
Thank you, Canada.
I'm so glad that you got a chance to meet Rory and hear his story because I meet people like this all over the world. None of us know what we're going to do in a situation where we lose everything and our hearts are crushed and our hopes are crushed and our dreams are crushed. I mean, he had 7 greenhouses and every one of them lost the covering for it. And the frames were bent. He was sure the frames would last. And I look at him because He had his house with, the roof partially gone, the windows blown in, all of that. And right beside it, we saw him growing seedlings. And there he is with his first crop, and he's giving us some of it. And just the absolute generosity of Rory absolutely blew me away. I can't even imagine if I had nothing, I would not be giving you the one thing I finally managed to grow. But that's what we see all over the world, is the kindness of people, the perseverance of people, the resilience of people. One thing I've learned from talking to people around the world and really listening to their hearts is that everybody wants self-sufficiency. Every dad wants to be a good dad and provide for their family, and every mom wants her kids to have a better life than she ever had. You'll hear in this program so many moms saying, I thought about my kids, that's what matters, more than me. And that's the heart of a parent, that's the heart of a human. And God cares about the whole person. He's not just looking to give them food and water after disaster, or like we're trying to do, roofs and repairs and some things that can help them start their business, like seeds and fishing tackle, fishing gear. He cares about the heart, and the heart needs dignity. It needs self-respect. It needs to feel like I'm contributing and I'm making a difference and I'm doing things for the people I love. And that's why I love the empowerment aspect of what we get to do here today, is giving people seeds, is giving them things to fish with, is helping them rebuild their lives. And, we'll help them with repairs and roofs, but they're also going to need so much more in order to recover from this hurricane. This recovery could take years. So we're so thankful for your help in helping us do this and your heart to make a difference in the world. Canadians are known for this the world over, and I'm always so proud to represent you when I come here. We have a goal today of raising $100,000. It's a lot of money, and we know that we can do it with your help. Now, the first $50,000 of that is actually covered by a one-to-one grant from our partner Erdo, who has generously said they're going to double everything to the first $50,000. So everything you give today is going to double, and it has so much more impact than even you can do doing your best. So now is the time to call. We're running out of time in this program to reach that goal. Will you call us 1-800-265-3100, and you can go online at crossroads.ca/relief. Another verse I was reflecting on today is Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. People here are crushed, but one of the things we saw is the way that God was working in people's hearts and minds, even in the midst of disappointment and disaster. Take a look at this. And this was your workshop here?
Yeah, this was all here, was my workshop. We never think that the storm was going to hurt this, because this is an iron building.
Wow.
This was an iron building, all iron. So I didn't think that the storm was going to hurt it.
But it was the house falling on it.
But the house
it would have stayed
right
if the
over.
house hadn't...
Yeah, if the house didn't come over in it, it would have stayed.
Andrew Green lives in Bluefields, a settlement in the Westmoreland parish of Jamaica. He makes his living as both a skilled welder and goat farmer. But nearly all of his livelihood was decimated as Hurricane Melissa tore through his livestock and upended both his home and welding shop.
All of a sudden, I feel the house start to move. So then I tell my girlfriend that we're gonna have to go next door. They were saying, boy, we're not leaving. Nothing's gonna happen. I said, well, you can come, but if you don't wanna come, I will see you guys in the next life.
It hurts.
Fighting back tears, Janae Jones, a single mother to 3 young children aged 1, 3, and 8, slowly comes to terms with the total loss of her home. The entire structure has been reduced to rubble and lies scattered everywhere, completely surrounding her. Janae lives just down the road from Andrew within the same community of Westmoreland. Sadly, both of their stories are all too common within this tight-knit community.
Each time I walk here, it's like, a home was here, or this was my home. It's no more. So right here was my little kitchen area. We cook here, and we had a little table where we sit, had our meals, and so forth. Over here is all the stuff that came from my house. It was me, my mom, and my 3 kids. It was 5 of us living here. I've been living here from birth. I'm 28. I'll be 29 in a week. So this was my home. I don't know any other home.
We were so terrified When I get over at my nephew's house, I don't go inside the house, I go on top, on the unfinished building. So I start to look around and see everything that's going on. I can see all the zinc that's taken from people's house, people's roof just going across, going that way. I said, this is the end of us.
Facing death, has that changed anything about how you live now?
Yeah, a lot.
What has it changed?
Things I used to do, I don't do that no more. I used to like go out on the street, hang out at bars and stuff like that. I don't do that no more because I am looking a different direction now. I realize that my life is still here. When your life is here, it's hardly anything for you to worry about because God is the man. No matter what people tell me or what they can say, I know that there's a God. And he's the one who lead me and show me what I should do from what not to do. Change me a lot, a whole lot. Make me a very, very different person.
It's almost like I'm helpless.
For Janae, who was trained as a nurse and ran a small business before the hurricane, being left without a job or a means to provide for her children is terrifying. She is currently using this makeshift shelter to house her young family.
I'm not working, my mom is not working either, so we just have to be depending on, what we get.
In the midst of the circumstances, but also to serve others.
What are the unique challenges that a single mom might face in trying to rebuild her life?
To me, it feels a task too big to be carried alone, and that's where we get to come alongside and help and partner together with the local church in easing some of that pressure off. Certainly, even with our support, it's a challenging road for that mother, but a hopeful one nonetheless.
There's still hope. There's still hope. I still have life. I'm praying that somebody will see my story or somebody will reach out and try to help.
That's rebar for concrete?
Yeah, for concrete. We still believe in God and know that he can work miracle. We were saying as long as we don't die, we can build back. That's the confidence we have. As long as we don't die, we can build.
Please come alongside us as we help build back the lives of those left struggling in the wake of Hurricane Melissa. You can go online at crossroads.ca/relief or call us at 1-800-265-3100. Thank you for all that you do.
One of the most challenging things of being here on the ground is the suffering of people. There's so much of it. You saw it there with Janae's story, a single mom trying to make ends meet. Well, today we met another gentleman named Stennett. Now, Stennett's a little bit older, and he doesn't have a lot of help. And so he's trying to do what he can, because there's that resilience piece again, trying to rebuild his house. But because he doesn't have any help and he doesn't have a lot of resources and he isn't maybe as young and strong as other people, what he's building back looks really, really dangerous. It doesn't even look safe to walk on, much less to live in. It's not at the live-in part yet. He's living in an unfinished house with a friend right now. You just see that everybody's doing what they can, but sometimes they can only do so much and they need a little help. When we see these stories, it feels like, what can we do? Well, if we all do something, here's the thing, it actually adds up to something big and beautiful and amazing. I see it all the time. I come back to these places, I see what we've been able to do for people, and they thank me, but honestly, the thanks goes to you. Because the way I encourage myself in moments when I get overwhelmed by the need that I see all around me is I say, you know what? First of all, God's heart. God's heart is for people. The second thing is your heart. Your heart is for people. And I've seen you respond so many times over the needs that we've shared. Now, we have a goal today of $100,000, but our partner, Erdo, has given us a one-to-one match where every gift today doubles up to the first $50,000. So we're going to be able to do so much more than we ever imagined together. And partnership is really the theme of the special, as we're partnering with the churches here and Erdo and Crossroads Cares. And together, we're going to be able to do a lot. And you and I, we're going to be able to do a lot together. Now, if you always wanted to give more, today is the day to give, because that gift is going to double. Will you give us a call right now? We're running out of time to raise it, but I know we can do it. 1-800-265-3100. You can also give online at crossroads.ca/relief. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your faithfulness, for your compassion for others. It inspires me, and I'm so thankful for you. Thanks so much for joining us today, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for more 100 Huntley Street.